Marksman with balls? I don't love that. I'm going to give the supply specialist a shot. Tarantula is a little underrated for me. I think it wants to be a little more forward positioned than I'm comfortable playing. And that's not really Tarantula's fault. That's my fault. Opponent is a saber-tooth specialist. They're starting with storm callers and crawlers. I kind of can't play defensively into storm callers and crawlers. Like, that's just not something I have the option of doing, which sucks. I want to play defensively, but I don't think it's realistic to try here. So we're going to have to go aggro. That's an okay aggressive positioning. I don't hate it. And the downside is with the crawlers coming in right behind the tarantulas, the storm callers can hit them. But I think I'd rather do it a little like this. And I think we want these crawlers to try to pull things over. We're going to put them here. All right, I don't have a lot of experience going aggro. Let's see how we do. One little crawler is over there humping the tower. You do what you got to do, little buddy. I feel like I had to do that because of the storm callers. But now we're the aggro player. It's time to figure out what we can do with that. The redeployment's interesting for them. It lets them move something over to challenge the other side. Wasp Swarm, I think, is pretty interesting for us if we're going to try to be the tempo player here. So I'm going to take that. I think we need to provide a small flank on this side if I can get away with it. And something to be pew-pewing over here. Another tarantula can do some work over here. Might do some work over there. This is going to pull all of those crawlers. It's not going to pull the arc light. This pulls just the arc light and some of the crawlers. I'm going to say we maybe do this. Ah, then those things are just going to kill it. Sabertooth and redeploy. So we're likely to win this. Yeah, we're going to win this round by default. They don't have anything that can fire up. Wouldn't say that's pretty, but we got there. I can make this flank a real problem for them if I want to do that. They're still pretty weak to the air. Portable shield can be really good on units that have leveled. Like, I don't love tarantulas anyway. I've got to make a decision here. I think I'm going to take the shield airdrop. I think it will do some work against these units, and I think we're looking to move to the air, potentially with phoenixes. Now, I don't have a really great... I don't have jump drive, which I wish I did. I could instead go for a boat, but that's my whole turn. I don't think we want to do that. We could also tempo play with rays. You know what? I think I like that. I'm going to send rays at this tower. Actually, I'm going to send them all together. I'll send one there, two here, and we'll shield airdrop there. Okay, they did put an arc light here to deal with that. Going to get us another round. I need to be a good round. The Scorpion is just good against what they're doing generally. They are teching into these saber teeth. Fire Badgers make for an interesting flank. I think we're going to take the Fire Badgers. Think I like where I am. They're just refusing to go to the air. I'm pretty comfortable with that. And I can still buy Scorpions, bro. Okay, they did buy Aerial Marksman. All right. I need boats with mothership is what I need. Good morning, Glorg. Yeah, she's okay. I was worried sick, but she's okay. I mean, you know, I was worried sick. I was talking about it all day yesterday. I don't have jump drive on these. Yeah, I do have jump drive, so I can potentially move it later. I might put shields on these at some point to get through the marksman. The armor tech was a little preemptive. I was 90% sure they were going to go for Mustangs, and they didn't. They kind of got me there. Got a little too far back. Crap. I'm going to need the Wasps as a tempo play to get back in this, because I do believe they've got me. And I wasted that $100. Will fire help me? Not really, I don't think. I think a sandworm could. Thing is, I usually want more than one. Yeah, but I'm trying to overwhelm these dudes, and I'm thinking this might be my turn to do it. Thought I could drop this here. Can I not? Oh, I can. Okay, but it's got to be like that. Let's see if we're on to anything. This is my first time trying to play aggro in a long time. I'm still kind of trying to figure it out. So I got the shield, it just isn't going to do anything. My plan was we were going to take out this tower real fast. I might need a mobile beacon for that. Hero Fangs. Not quite sure to put them where I think they're not going to get wrecked by a nuke. It's going to have to be my turn. I got these out of the nuke. Hopefully I didn't drive them right into this nuke. Holy crap, what are you doing? Move, follow the beacon. Okay, it didn't kill my own dude. Good morning, Orcish. And it does not like speeding up. Thank you for the resub, Orcish.
Good morning.
Good morning. Think this is enough to be lethal? No, it's not quite, is it? If that worm survives, it is. I kind of forgot about the worm. Dive. All right, I don't think that's quite enough. Oh, it is, just barely. Nice. Well, how about that? Maybe I can play aggro. I'm pretty tickled about that. I think the jump drive play was kind of what did it. The worm didn't get hit by the nuke. I managed to make their nuke not really do anything. I was terrified this dude was going to die there. But that was a really good boat round. And the aggroing worked. I guess I've watched enough rat to be able to pull it off. And dig it. That was satisfying. But yeah, as soon as I got the little one home, I could tell that she was okay. She had a very small goose egg on her forehead. It was not too bad. I think I got worried because the last time she got one, her head swelled up there was a literal egg-sized swelling on her head. It was terrifying. I was alone with her when it happened and just freaked out. But she was okay from that, and seeing this one, like, she was obviously okay. She was happy. She was in a good mood. She just had maybe an eighth of an inch protrusion, maybe the size of a quarter max. I helped her put some ice on it, and she seemed completely unbothered by it. Although when we rinsed off her forehead for bath time, she did say it hurt a little bit. Like, she's absolutely fine and was happy to go to school. Like, you never really stop worrying about them. Kind of the nature of the beast, I think. I'm tickled I was able to get an aggro win. I feel like the packs kind of forced me into it. I thought the boat was more like an air score. What have we got here? Farseer Specialist with Sabretooth and Arclight is interesting. So is Rhino Specialist with Stormcallers and Arclights. Like, you can't get... This is the only way I'm going to get a Farseer, and I do like Arclights quite a bit. I think I'm going to start here. Don't want to see Stormcallers on the other side of the board, and we don't, so I'm pretty tickled about that. Their quick supply, which can sometimes mean they're going to do something stupid like a phoenix. There is a literal phoenix in their avatar here, which makes me like interested-ish in getting fangs instead of crawlers. At least having something that can shoot up. Yeah, I'll try it. We're going to go with the full middle pull here. I guess they just went for a mass recruit. They were not as far forward as I suspected they would be. Sabretooth getting stuck on chaff kind of sucked. But I think they're going to pull through. Sabretooth got a level. Wasn't really planning on keeping it, but I could. Like, given that I'm a storm, Man, they're so clumped up for me to take advantage of them with storm callers. Given that I'm a Farseer specialist, they shouldn't want to take the Phoenix or the Wasp here. I kind of want to sell one of these and buy a Farseer right now, plus another squad of chaff. So I think I'm gonna. We'll have a strong side and a weak side. I will need a single target DPSer, but I can find one. I just want to be prepared for them going air, and they did, so I'm very pleased with that decision. I may need even more chaff to keep this idiot from getting shot. They took Mustangs, which makes a lot of sense. They're good against Fangs. Yeah, my Farseer is getting wrecked, which is not ideal. Stormcaller was about as good as I thought it would be. Redeployment can be pretty good. Mass-produced sandworm kind of sucks. Absorption module can be fun, just not really on any of this. But it looks like they're leaning into stuff that Vulcan is really good against, so I could consider that. Said I think I'm better off skipping it. I don't want to make the Vulcan just yet. I kind of want to build out more chaff and buy marksman. It was a little late for the marksman. Well, then let's elite recruit them. Farseer's still having a little bit of trouble connecting meaningfully. I'm just kind of getting wrecked. I'm planning on it, yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. Want to sell more things? Let me think about that for a minute. They're probably going for sandworms if they've got mass-produced sandworm. I'm not sure if I want to do 2v2s. I don't know. I'm still working that out. No, I do not have range on my Farseer bar. It was the 1v1 that got me interested in this game. What's ironic is I was just thinking about, you know, hey, 2v2s might be fun. Here, I'll devote a little bit of mental energy to it between rounds. So I beat a sandworm yesterday. I don't remember exactly what I did to beat it. I think it was mass boats. Things with Ignite worked too. Melter's not very good against them. But I did do some Melter with Ignite, and that was good. Or Melter with Ignite. Fangs with Ignite. And I've got Fangs. We can have more Fangs. All right, thinking too much. Gotta work on that. Getting somewhere now. Elite Wasp is not what I want. No. A Wasp Swarm could be fun, but they're pretty heavy on the Mustangs. Mustang production line's pretty decent if we park it in the back. But I need to not think quite so much. The Vulcan airdrop is going to be useful because I've already tagged the Vulcans. So I think we can definitely use that this round. And most of what I want now is just more Fangs. I've already got range on that, so having something with EMP would be nice. Or melters of my own with range. Got 30 seconds to think about it. Means we need shielded fangs. They took range on theirs. There we go. I don't know if the Farseer needs it. I was thinking about EMP missiles on the Melter. I don't really need any of this. But the photon emission works. If they're going to make a big play, this is the turn they make it. Okay, that will at least pull some stuff over there, which I'll take. Somehow forgot about fire. But I can do it next turn. Need to. Do I have a big enough life total left to survive that mistake? Probably not. That may have just killed me. Okay, it didn't. We get another turn. You're not quite as vulnerable to it as I am. They have reminded me that it exists now. I don't know about insane, but it can be good. Pretty sure AM works for Vulcan Napalm. Ah, yeah. I think that's all I got. I didn't click range. I should have paid the range tax. Okay, AM does not work for Vulcan Napalm. And we're dead. I didn't realize quite how insufferable that was. That sucks. That's insane. Why do I not have that on my Vulcans? I've never clicked Ignite. I need to get this on my Vulcans. It can be frustrating to learn this way sometimes, but I haven't spent as much time studying the tech bar as I should have, and it really shows. Because I just lost to that. All right. Now I've got incendiary bombs. There are two versions. So is sticky oil bomb better? Because it can't be anti-missiled? I guess then you have to figure out how you're going to light it on fire, but presumably the Vulcan should be able to do that. I guess I needed more anti-missile devices. I'm just going to take what they had for now. I need a few minutes. And I do want to mention the 2v2 thing. But I gotta potty. I'll be back. Took a coaching session and my coach said to pick incendiary missiles. Who was your coach? Lord, I have thought some about the V2s. I really appreciate the offer. That's incredibly generous. I don't think I want to do that right now. I think I've heard of them. I'm kind of curious, like, how good I can get at 1v1. The competition intrigues me. I love an MMR ladder in a free-to-play game, a free-to-play strategy game. And I think I want to keep pushing on. All right. Let's give that another go. Because I felt like I had that one countered, but my biggest problem now is I'm taking too much time thinking about the card drops and not spending enough time looking at my opponent's tags. I can fix that. I think I probably could too, but I don't know how much. All right, let's think. Let's think. I like this start a lot. Take this. Yeah, that's my biggest problem too. I think I could enjoy them, but like my background in competitive gaming, especially Magic, where you had an MMR ladder but had to pay for it. That's why I'm not playing Magic right now. That just frustrated me at levels I'm unable to adequately communicate. So having a game where that's not a problem just makes me happy. I don't feel like they do anything yet. They might be okay on these marksmen, actually. Like, the HP obviously doesn't matter. But 20% attack into a Sabertooth is kind of a big deal. The problem is they're not going to do any damage right now. You know what? Let's put it on 1 and see what it does. Happens to be the one that's more likely to shoot a Sabertooth, so I like that. Need some chaff clear. Somewhat obviously. Yeah, so it's just killing crawlers. Aggro doing aggro thing. Okay. Level 3 Tarantula right now. I wouldn't be able to realistically buy it right now. But I will take the training. And I think we'll go for a pair of arc lights. Loop one up. I think you guys can have these for now. I can always sell out of you later if I need to. Extra 100. Could save it. But I'll take a +1. That's going to let my arc lights level pretty quickly. Because they put all their Mustangs in one basket. Don't really need any of this. Well, I need to pay attention to what my opponent's doing. I definitely don't want wasps. I guess it has to be fire badgers. Like, that is a big fire badger, so maybe I can at least take some comfort there. There's a potential to go carry arc lights here. Which I'm not saying we're going to do, but I'm going to invest a little bit in them. Take another +1. See what my opponent does. They've purchased the anti-missiles, so we can begin selling out of these. I may have enough chaff that these marksmen can actually kill all the wasps, but we'll pretty clearly want some Mustangs of our own. They tried to flank me. Did not work. We're certainly going to have a Vulcan. It could be now. I can't get Vulcans and Mustangs in the same turn, though, which makes me a little unhappy. Want to level the arc lights or the marksman? Probably the arc lights. They're doing a ton more damage. I think we may be more into arc light carry, which makes me kind of wonder about this Vulcan, but haven't teched the Vulcan. I can always sell out of it. They bought a Scorpion. That's exciting, isn't it? Like my Mustangs now. Would like them to have range. Really want to get a smoke screen of my own. We'll shield on that one. We're just basically buy chaff win video game. All right, I'll take it. It's a bit silly, but I'm a bit silly. I'm kind of thinking about elite marksman on my arc lights. I don't have that many of them, but I can pump them up. This is not the turn to do it if I do it. All right, so let's think about what we do want to do and do it quickly. I want more chaff. Mustangs are pretty good for that because they've got range. What do I want to pump up? That's about to level anyway, so I don't need to do that. We want to get rid of these dudes. That means I've got enough money to buy this tech on these guys. And still pump one. But let's do it. Yeah, they had enough. Nice. I think I understand the tech options. The problem is I don't pay attention to what my opponent does often. And that's my issue. It's like, I know what my tech options are. It's just exactly like what Yus is talking about. Because I'll lose the round and then be like, they had what on what? And like, I'm saying it not because I don't know what it does, but because I wasn't aware that they had it. I'm still not sure if this is my perfect forever game or not. But I know that I'm really enjoying it right now. Yeah, that's a good call. Really good call. That way I can be gathering that information during the round rather than on my rather than during the action turn. I can offload that to the combat sequence. I can also make sure I basically never click that end button and go look at what tech options they have, which could be fun. I think I like this Typhoon Specialist here. Habit is every time you see your planet. Yep, that. I want to do that. You're absolutely right, Buff. I like this unit selection. Up against Quick Supply, which can be scary. They've got the Stangs. I've seen some monsters go and immediately click missile intercept. Well, I can offload some of that too, and it's not like I have, 2,000 people watching. I think I'd much rather have crawlers in this scenario than fangs. They might do something crazy like pop out a Phoenix, but like that's kind of what you got to deal with against quick supply. Made some sledgies. Well, they've got Mustangs that deal a lot of damage, and crawlers have more hit points than fangs. So I'd rather buy crawlers into Mustangs than fangs into Mustangs. Good job, arc lights. We need a damage dealer. If I skip this, still can't really be a Scorpion this turn. But I'll probably get one next turn. I think I'm just going to take the threat to prevent them from threatening me. Kind of setting myself up to lose this round. Not quite on purpose, but sort of. With the idea that if they're going to continue to invest in sledges, I can slam a Scorp or two next turn. Take an anti-missile so we can start selling out of these. Again, charge shot works pretty good against sledges, so like there's a possibility for another arc light carry. See what the cards have to say. Like I said, we probably lose that one on purpose. I'm okay with that. I spent a lot of money going into missile intercept, and we're just going to be done with it. Rank 3 Tarantula would do a good job at clearing some junk. It's either that or we take the fangs and have all the chaff we'll ever need. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the fangs. It's just too much stuff. Well, these things have got to start going too. I'm interested-ish in a Scorpion. I don't know exactly where they're going to go. Fine, I'll take two. I'm running out of time. I'm hopeful they bought more sledgies. They did. Took a melting point, which kind of makes me think boat wasps might be a thing. A little caught out of position there. All right, do some tacking. Need a little bit of chaff for this, bro. Or charge shot. We're kind of past that for this turn, but they vulnerable to a flank here? No, a good number of stuff gets pulled. Are they vulnerable for a walk around Moon? Kind of, actually. All right. Let's go on a little stroll, shall we? Well, those guys, I can't cancel it. Should have done it over here. Boop. Lightning Storm can be quite good later. Ion Blast can be quite good now. Blast. We won't mobile beacon them this turn. Now, I don't have really anything that shoots up. And we're going to need things that shoot up. But this seems like a decent turn to elite recruit a couple of snipers. Because if I was them, I'm slamming a Phoenix here soon. Or a boat or something. It was weird not to be using the beacon. Oh, I'll use the beacon. This was the missile I wanted. Put all the Mustangs and the Melter. I'd say that was worth it. Their Lightning Storm was a little better than mine. My Ion Beam. And as I suspected, having something that shoots up has been useful this round. The beacon was good. Beacon was quite good. Kind of can't say no to an additional deployment slot, even though an orbital javelin and an additional deployment slot would be really nice. That means we could use a little bit of shielding this turn. I'm going to keep these guys tied up for a little while. I think this protects for enough of a smoke bomb. I'm going to push this charge shot and buy a couple more arcs. I don't want another marksman too. They've got that wraith. Let's take another +1. I think that works. It may have got me with that javelin. They've kind of purchased the anti-giant giant, so that makes me want to not purchase any giants. That's a good call, Mag. I've not done it, but I should. They haven't tagged anything yet. Farseers are nice, but I don't need 3 of them. That gives me access to a little bit more anti-air. I haven't tagged anything yet, so buying EMP doesn't really do much. They are slowly going more and more into Wraith, though, so I think I like having a few more marksmen. Let's use there instead, please. How is it blank? Oh, because they've got missile intercept? Fair enough. I'm not using all my money effectively. I'm taking too long to think, so I'm going to keep doing that. I don't know why they keep buying these melting points. I didn't think about the Farseer with the Mustangs. That was a good call. Or a good notice. They have purchased Stormcallers. I feel like I can handle Stormcallers. I already wouldn't mind Mustangs for a tad bit more chaff. We can get our own missile intercept. They kind of stole around with some storm callers, but I can get right back in that. I can also just buy anti-missile devices if I don't care. I don't know how I feel about a nuke, but I am interested in finding out. Should pull them over and then let them come back. I can't tell which side they would want to nuke. Which is a little frustrating, but now we know. Theirs was a bit better than mine. I'm not sure what to do to get out of this. What got me? Bloody Stormcallers got me, and a nuke. It just went and well, these aren't doing that. Well, that one didn't do that much damage. This one did. That one did. I was completely unprepared for them to just slap down a bunch of Stormcallers at the end. And it wrecked me. So I bought 2 anti-missile devices. I should have bought as many as I could. I also wasn't loaning on round 8. But I kinda know where I lost it, and it was that turn where I had an extra $600 to pump both of these. Like, that would have been a good turn for me to start thinking about what could beat me. And it's moments like that that make me wanna just delete this game, but that's also what makes it fun. No. Somewhere there's the right balance of RNG. Sometimes I wonder if this game isn't not enough RNG for me. But I guess I think that when I'm the one who hasn't played it, if I had 5,000 hours in it like I did Magic, I'd probably like that better. It's hard to be a noob at anything, I guess. I'm tickled that I made the marksman into the Wraith. I was expecting that one. I think I like the Typhoon Specialist better again. Because we can do flaked balls. It can be a bit further forward than that. This ensures the crawlers screen them. Training specialist. Thank you for that, Mac. Balls aren't great into sledges and marksman. But they might just get the job done here. Now we know they're pushing to level their sledges. They've already like pseudo committed to that here. I don't need the hounds. I could be pretty happy with the Phoenix. I could also be pretty happy with the wasps. I'm going to grab the wasps to protect from a flank over there. Flash come in late and do some damage. I guess in that case we do it on the other side. Because that's where they'd flank me if they were going to. I don't care if they take wasps. I'm a Typhoon Specialist. I can handle it. I can't get a Scorpion this turn. And this is probably just my turn to want to buy more chaff anyway. So I think what I'm going to do is buy the 2 crawlers. We've got like a little second wave of chaff coming in behind the balls. And save this so we can potentially buy Scorps next turn if they continue to invest in these. Level up my arc lights. And my balls. Got some blue balls. Mid-range Phoenix is interesting. Improved fire control system is insane on something like Mustangs. But also try improved Sandworm and look to go Wasp Sandworm. I think I'm going to take ER Phoenix. I don't have a single target DPS other than the balls. And I think Phoenix could be good for me here. Now, if they turn out to have recruited 1 million Mustangs, I could be in a little trouble, but I want to sell the wasps. Kind of feel like no. I was thinking Scorpion here, but I just want to see them buy more sledges before I do that. Maybe we just do another pack of crawlers. Help look after this bro. Good morning, Dave. Okay, they're certainly leveling them, and they've bought more. Okay, so we can buy Scorpions next turn. You're gonna need to shoot those marksmen, y'all. My Typhoon, which you don't really need. I mean, these arc lights aren't going anywhere. I end up shoving them out of the way. That's kind of funny. Let's range them so I don't have to worry about that. I think that's a good turn. Going anti-air on the marksman for 2 phoenixes. Nice level 2 sledgehammers. Be a shame if something happened to them. They're pretty good. These balls are really not doing anything anymore. I know I'm thinking about that. I don't think I care. Take the +1s. I don't know what else to do. I figured they might try to get this Scorpion, so maybe we want another one here. I'm pretty tickled with that. And they were pretty weak to the Wasp Swarm up there, so that worked out rather well. They're not quite dead yet, are they? I'm trying to see why I wouldn't just slam a pair of wasps here. I guess because one missile would kill them. Ah, okay, they were ready for it this time. Yeah, yeah, we could do that too. Like they've had enough. Got a picture of the kiddo. We are going to look at that. Because I was worried about her all day yesterday. Don't now. Picture. Not wearing her jacket, which they said they would do if they took her outside. But that is a cute picture. Looks happy. She has blonde hair like her mom. Just irritated. I asked them to put a jacket on her if they took her outside, and they didn't. I've learned my lesson. All right, I need a break. I need to nom something. That was a good game. I'm glad we got there. I'll be right back. We got time for a couple more. And that all boils down to I've got some serious control issues that I need to work on. Oh, man. Those who know me are likely surprised by that. Well, the issue was he's wearing a sleeveless shirt. So I didn't put sunscreen on her shoulders today because it's 60 degrees Fahrenheit, which is, I think you'd wear a jacket, a light jacket. I went in and saw the teacher. There's two teachers. I said, I did not put sunscreen on her shoulders today because if you go outside, you would wear a jacket, right? And she said, yeah, of course. I took Tracy's jacket out of the cubby and hung it on the peg and told Tracy to wear the jacket and told the teachers to put the jacket on her. Not wearing the jacket. Excuse me? Yes. That's because not enough people play this game. I don't care if she doesn't want to wear a jacket, but can you PM that to a mod? They probably did. I've learned my lesson. The kid's going to be covered in sunscreen. I'm just going to dip her in a bucket of sunscreen. I'm not going to have the fight. She didn't have to. She didn't have to do it. But I'm going to cover her in sunscreen every day. I'm just going to dip her in a bucket. All right, let's all look at this. Thanks to the data you provided, I drafted some initial MMR distribution. Unofficial chart created from pure curiosity of the developer's data. Due to insufficient number of truly low MMR data points. Okay, so where did they get their data? Okay. I mean, that's encouraging. Thank you for that, Yas. I'm not actually irritated that she's not wearing the jacket. At 60 degrees, you cannot wear a jacket. I'm irritated that I didn't put sunscreen on her. I got sunburned so bad when I was a kid once I had to go to the hospital. That was entirely my dad's fault. Not exactly enough responses to be terribly meaningful, but the point comes across. People think they're worse than they are. Yeah, I guess your hair was kind of like ginger brown. It's been a long time since we met, but I remember you. All right. Science specialist can be fun. Man, does this Farseer specialist look nice. I'll take that. I don't love the tooths. To say, but as long as I'm not up against Stormcallers, I can be fine. I am up against Stormcallers, but I might choose to missile intercept on a future turn. Gonna need some chaff clear too. Or just buy some crawlers. Let them run in. I think I'm okay with flanking crawlers in the back. I'm not winning the first round, but next turn I can missile intercept. Or heck, buy Stormcallers of my own. They're bunched up just perfect for it. Like I can missile intercept and buy an arc light or two. It doesn't mean I'm keeping these, but I'm okay with keeping them too. Your missile spec. That's gonna hurt too. Alright, Typhoon can be my chaff clear. I'm okay with that. Means I can't get another one this turn. Which kind of sucksers. We've got to keep one of them. There you go. Mobile beacon. I need it there yet, do I? They are pretty susceptible to Stormcallers of their own. They're also fairly susceptible. Well, I don't need the missile. We're presumably going to put something here to deal with this. I'll see if I can give it a chase. It's This is working out all right. Enhancement module can potentially be a moneymaker, but I wasn't really looking to get into giants. I feel like improved fire control system on a Mustang would be really nice. Potentially even on a Typhoon. The problem is I can't really give them range. But I think it could still do some work. I think we're keeping these. And missile intercept is tied to... Oh, it's independent of their attack and rank. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep them alive or not. Farseer seems pretty alright as is. I'm curious if they'll do anything about the missiles. They are going air. I might level these Typhoons. Or I might tag these Typhoons, rather. Take an additional deployment slot. And they really want me to make more Typhoons. You know, if that's what you want to do, I'm game for it. Can't level that this turn. I need one more barrier. I can probably sell these. That flank's done what it's going to do. Missile intercept would be pretty good for them now. Man, if we hit that tower, we were in business, but we didn't. might not keep the fortress, we'll see. See if I'm crazy here. If this doesn't work, I'm never buying a Typhoon again. That's what I was thinking. That's why I took the fort. I'm just getting smacked around. I can't win. This sucks. No, I don't. That is not my problem at all, Mac. There are just a few tiny units of ground chaff, and they're getting cleared out. Was that what I don't think that's what happened. That can't be what happened. You could be right. I just really hope you're not. Because there's only 4 units of it. Walked into oil. One. All right. Let's see if we can learn here. How could we have swung that? How do I take control of this? This is not what we got offered, was it? Oh, this is not that fight. They go on top. Okay. So it was this one. So the arc lights were the issue, you think? I think the problem is typhoons suck. Say, I'd taken the javelin. And I used it here. And instead of going for it AA, you get that back. Put mechanical rage on these typhoons. I think this would have won the round. Because now they're javeling something that isn't there. Temp range was a good idea. I should have loaned and taken temp range. Okay, I feel better. It wasn't a last round problem. Well, that didn't work. Oh, because I got to sell this. What about this? I probably should have done that too. I was just like, okay, here's a chance to check out the typhoons and see if they do what I think they do. And the item, and I felt like the item encouraged me to do it a little bit. The problem is they just don't do any damage. That round could have been won. No. I couldn't win that round. I could have done better. But I wasn't going to win. All right, let's do one more, and then I'm going to call it for today. I think Typhoons might kind of suck. There were also level 1 Typhoons. Like, I can appreciate, too, that that's not great. Elite Specialist without Chaff. I like that, too. I think I need to do more of that. I think this is a pretty easy Typhoon Specialist for me. If they have Stormcallers, I have to play aggro. Have bloody Stormcallers. All right, we got to play aggro. Let's do it. I think they could use a buff. Well, I want to understand why I'm losing, you know? I think that's important. I think I'd rather push everything right to the front here. I want this one to kind of pull their stuff over here if possible. But I'm still learning to play aggro. I just don't feel like I can play anything other than aggro into Stormcallers. My units may not even be fast enough to pull it off here. Like, I could really use some crawlers. But I can get some crawlers. And I almost feel like I've already lost this game. Want crawlers too. I can't get them. It kind of sucks. Use beacons and kill the tower. Okay. This is my second game ever attempting an aggro formation. A little Fang was trying hard. maybe I want a Rhino here and just beacon it right to the tower. Oh, in the middle. Well, I can buy more rhinos. I like it, but I don't think I can clear... I guess I don't have to clear it, do I? What do they have that's going to kill it? Okay, that's a good call, Seb. I don't think I have the money to put anti-missile on them yet. I'm mainly using them as my chaff clear with this thing. Was my plan. That rhino is just getting destroyed. We're learning. I blew up the tower but did not win. I would like a refund, please. Let's get another one. How did they know I'd flank them? Okay. This is a big lesson. Yeah, we can certainly afford anti-missile now, but like how much game is going to be left? Not much is my guess. I think so too. Yeah, I know. I think we're dead, Mac. Let's be at peace with our death. Like, it's okay. Woosah! Should have left the other rays there. It's a mistake I can live with. Okay, so Final Blitz does friendly fire. It's good to know too. Like, I wonder why people don't bunch rhinos up like this. Did I find a cool new tag? No, I did not. I did not find a cool new tag. And I want to play 500 more games. It's really good news for my longevity with this game. But it is frustrating to like hit an MMR and then just smack your head on it over and over again. But that said, I think that's what we're going to do again tomorrow. Y'all be cool. It was good to see you. I hope y'all have a good day. I'm going to go get the kiddo and we're going to have a fun afternoon. Y'all be cool. I'll see you next time. Adios.